bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get the strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got 'em all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
What is up with y'all today? I already know what's going down. I've been seeing the trolls, and you know, I'm gonna say it like this, right? Sometimes I feel like shit, nigga, I'm uncontrollable. You feel me? Because they keep it 100. And you know, as long as you keep it 100, it ain't nothing they can really say about it, right? But let me shout out to everybody that's in here. Hold on. Let's go through here, everybody that's in here. All right. So all right, let's see. We got salute to my guy Daryl Delos. Peace and blessings, King. All things, peace and blessings, King. Bullet Gibson, peace and blessings, King. That whole boy. Shalom, peace and blessings, King. Icon Canadian, peace and blessings, King. Black all day, even at night. Peace and blessings. Daryl McKinney with the $20 holler, keeping it real support. Salam, bro. Peace and blessings, King. Coach Amber, peace and blessings, Queen. Thomas Hill, peace and blessings, King. Al Boogie, peace and blessings, King. Brock Howard, peace and blessings, King. Brian King, the Falcone, peace and blessings, King. Let's see. Jay Grant Jr., peace and blessings, King. Let's see who we got left. GT Parker, peace and blessings, King. Ray Davis, peace and blessings, King. All right. Let me check something out real quick. Okay, I see GT Parker's real page right now. Okay. I already know what time it is today. We already know it's about to be a smorgasbord of some BS in here today. I'm telling y'all the narrative we about to get today. We about to get the truth stretched. We about to get the narratives pushed, and we about to basically, right. What we about to get is a man wanting a pat on the back for taking care of his kids. That's what we about to get right here. Hey, Bullet Gibson, peace and blessings, King, man. That's effed up how they did you today, man. They popped Bullet early. Bullet said one thing, they took him up out of there. But yeah. So Devin Haney went out there and made Regis look like Regis was. Jonathan Parks, peace and blessings, King. He made Regis look old. Yeah, he made Regis look old. Key will be in here in a second. Just drop the link for Key Alexander. She'll be here in a second. Made him look old. Devin went out there and did what Devin does. He went out there, he boxed beautifully. He hit and didn't get hit. Cassandra, peace and blessings, Queen. Devin sat there and he beat that man better than he beat George Camboso's one. Devin showed that it was clearly levels between. Hey, Brock, we already know Key always running late. Y'all forgot the slogan? She on black girl time. Y'all know you gotta tell a black woman to come in 30 to an hour early for them to be on time. We already know this. But we ain't gonna talk about it though. We ain't gonna talk about my co-host though. I don't know, I can talk about it being late now. But yeah. But nah, back to it. Ray Davis, peace and blessings, King. Ray Davis, here you go. Ray, let's say what it really was. Of course, Coach Amber. It wasn't in the middle of the ring, no clinching. We're not going to say it like that. That whole piece of blessings. He did not just stand in the middle of the ring with no clinching, Ray Davis. Hell, it was easy to no clinching. What he did was play a game of follow the leader. It was, I'm going to back away from you the whole fight, and you got to come press the issue because I'm the A side. So if you don't press the issue, I will win the fight off default. See, whenever you fighting a fighter and you're the A side, they have to advance on you. They have to bring the fight to you. Because if not, if the scorecards was just to end the fight, you being the A side automatically means you win. So you play a game of chicken for 12 rounds where y'all both just stand there and look at each other from side to side. And just being that you the A side, you will win. So this is what I'm telling you. What Devin did, he stayed there and he was lateral the whole fight. He did not just stand in the ring and trade blows. What he did was he put on an exhibition. He put on a show. He put on a clear and basic class of a master class performance. I'm not going to say what he did was bullshit. No, he put on a boxing clinic. He put on a pure boxing clinic. What he did was hit and didn't get hit. He sat there, he boxed, and as Regis approached, he separated. See, Devin used his IQ. He used his tools. He used everything that he had that Regis didn't have. Devin had the length over Regis. Regis had to get close to fight Devin. You got to sit there and advance. So as Regis was trying to advance to fight Devin, as Regis had Devin trying to advance on Devin, he had to go through that landmine. Devin had Regis by over 4 inches in reach. So Regis got peppered as he was trying to get close enough to swing on Devin. His arms was too short to box with God. And as he got closer, Devin would step back even further or he would spin out. And Regis his coaches did him a disservice. Instead of anticipating where Devin was going to go and meeting Devin at the point, he followed Devin around the ring, backed up the whole time. He was getting pop. It was a dumbass way to fight. He was like a duck in a shooting gallery. Like, it ain't but so many places you can go. And the whole fucking night, he followed Devin around and he got pot shotted. Devin even caught that man as he was coming in. See, Devin would back up, Regis would come forward. So now, as Devin backed up and he got set, Regis walked right into everything Devin had. And Devin could sit there and do that the whole night and tee off on Regis. And I'm like, damn, is Regis coaches not going to prevent this shit? No, they didn't. He should have worried more about boxing than the strength and conditioner, because you could be the strongest punch in the world, but if you can't get to a person, hit a person, or do anything, your power means nothing. It means nothing. And his shit was rendered null and void. And like I said, Devin put on a masterclass performance. Regis, it's time for you to go ahead and sit down, or you and Josh Taylor, y'all can have an old school fight, try to make some money, have a sequel. But going against any of the young fighters, Regis will get outclassed, and it's done showed. Zorilla gave him the blueprint. Devin took it up a notch. Regis, you're a great Mexican fighter. If you're not fighting a Mexican or older fighter, you're going to get outclassed. And that's what I got to say on that. Hey, Coach Aaron, peace and blessings. Shout out to my guy, D Free, peace and blessings. Kyle Coolit, peace and blessings. Rick Timms, peace and blessings to all y'all kings that just came in. Ping, peace and blessings, King. And Coach Aaron, go ahead and give me what you got to say.
Salute, Upper. Salute to the chat.
Peace and blessings, Queen.
I just enjoyed the fight. Honestly, it was a fight that I wanted to see. I did have Devin winning by either by either unanimous or majority. And the reason I threw majority in there is because I wasn't going to disrespect Regis like that, because that's the thing about Regis is you never know who you're going to get. But yeah, I think that all three judges had it a shutout. That first round I did give to Regis because I'm kind of old school like you, Upper. I feel like you have to take the round. The swing rounds are supposed to go to the champion, and people are forgetting that Regis was the champion. And I just felt like he was the more aggressor. But after that round one, it was all Devin. I just appreciate both of them giving me a fight that I at least wanted to see. So this is the best year of boxing in recent memory. So I'm with it. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, this has been the best year. Hold on one second. Shout out to my guy, Big Dog Willie, with the $5 holler. He said, breaking news. Devin is better than Aaron Pryor, Manny Pacquiao, Sweet Pea, Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Superman, Incredible Hulk, Thanos, and Voltron. Facts. Hey, he might be on par with him, Big Dog. If he's not better, he right there on par with him. HHU, I'm going to tell you like this, right? You said he was on PEDs. When the last time he dropped a fighter with a jab? That wasn't right. HHU, we're not going to do that right there. That man hasn't tested positive for nothing right there. And it's easy to drop a person with a jab, especially if you catch them coming forward. It's called shifting the power. Shifting your weight and getting caught clean, which I said and explained before the fight started. That's how you fight. You catch a person as they transitioning. And Regis doesn't have great legs already. He got dropped by Zorilla when he was coming in. And Devin timed that man, hit him flush as he was shifting his weight. He already doesn't have good feet. So don't do that again, bro. We don't push narratives over here. If not, they're going to pop you. I'm just letting you know.
Can I chime in on that?
Yeah, go ahead. That's your one warning.
Okay, so number one, it was a flash knockdown. Regis didn't look hurt. He got right back up. That's the thing about not having your feet set. I don't want to take y'all down a rabbit hole, but that's the thing about being on your toes is you can get caught mid-air when your feet aren't set, where you don't have a base. And that's what happened. And that's why Regis's feet flew from under him. It wasn't that like he was hurt or anything like that. Now, the second time he rocked him, I believe he was hurt. But he caught him mid-air. That's why his feet flew from under him. And I, now that this is being brought up, I just want to address it now. Devin did bring something up that I thought was fair. Because I've seen it before. He did say with the weight class move that for the longest he didn't understand that in the gym he felt like he had power. He's like, I feel like I was.
I was gonna get to that, Coach Amber, but I had.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what Coach Amber was bringing up, y'all, how Devin was wondering like why he don't have power. And if y'all watch this channel, Coach Amber's been on here. Me and Key always talk about it. I've sat there and explained this over and over. I told y'all, as Devin moves up in power, in weight, y'all will see his power. See, I be trying to explain stuff to y'all as a former boxer. This used to be my sport. I love this, and I figured out the science behind boxing as well. And I was undefeated. I was an exceptional talent. I was a generational talent. I just ruined it. But I've been telling y'all the weight matters. When you sacrifice weight to cut weight, you sacrifice power. You sacrifice punch resistance. You sacrifice stamina. You sacrifice sometimes speed. That's why I tell y'all, when Earl goes up, y'all will see his true power. Earl knocks out light heavyweights. That's why they wanted to see Earl versus Canelo, because Earl, at his real weight, he knocks out light heavyweights. Floyd would tell you, Earl is a monster. And Earl is cutting his power. That's why I tell y'all his power's in a glass jar, like Broly. His shit sitting right at his neck, because as he's cutting his weight, that's where his power's at. And I told y'all, if y'all really want to see how Devin can crack when he hits 147, y'all will see. I said it's like the Crawford effect. I've been explaining this. Crawford at 135 ain't the same as 140 Crawford. And 140 Crawford ain't the 147 knocking everybody out Crawford. Because now your muscles is now at the level as your body, and it's not shrinking. You see, when you cutting weight like that, you're decreasing the capacity in which your muscles can work. Like, imagine you fight a man that can use 100% of his muscles, and you can only use 50% of your muscles, and y'all got all the same attributes. He's going to beat your ass. But when you go up, then you're able to use a bigger percentage. At 135, Devin was probably only able to use about 10-15% of his muscles because of how big he is. Now he's probably about 25 to 45%. And as he goes up, he will be able to be stronger. That's what I've been trying to explain to y'all from day one. Now you understand it. And I've been telling Devin that. Now he understands it. Ariana, peace and blessings, Queen. Zoomverse, peace and blessings, King. All right, go ahead. Well, hold on. Welcome, Key, and then Coach Jammer finish out the Key. Go ahead and do her little thing.
She said keep cooking. I get what they're saying in the chat, like as far as Bud, but we're talking about a 10-year difference. We're talking about somebody who's in their early 20s, moving up and getting stronger, which is to be expected. I mean, how many years does
Bud was in his earlies when he moved up, when he moved from 130 to 140. See, at 135, Gamboa rocked Bud. At 140, Gamboa will get destroyed by Bud. But at 135, Bud didn't have a punch resistance, and his power wasn't as what it was at 140. And the Bud at 140, his punch resistance and power could not fuck with Bud at 147. 147 is Bud's optimal weight. Like,
no, I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But first of all, I really don't want to parallel Bud with Devin. But the thing is,
I'm talking about power. Like, you notice when Floyd went from 130 to 135, his power increased from 130 to 135. At 135, he was knocking out Diego Corrales. Like the man power shot up. Then when he got the 140, his power was even more substantial. But when he got the 147, his power went down. See, this is what people got to understand. There's a mean, a mode, and a median, right? There's a weight where, like Monster Inouye. Monster Inouye is a lot stronger at 122 than he was at 118. Monster Inouye is about to knock this dude out on December 26th. He gonna spark him the fuck out. Like Monster Inouye at 118 was still draining himself because he walks around at every bit of 140 something. So you know when he was fighting no needles in there, he was kind of drained a little bit. But Monster Inouye was kind of younger, so he could still make it. When he Cassandra, I got you, baby. But when Monster Inouye moved up, you see he started destroying shit. Like you see what he did to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is the same fighter that took Gary Russell to school, like beat Gary Russell every fucking round. Antonio Russell, not Gary Russell Jr. And Gary Antonio Russell is a beast. But this man, Inouye, is running through people. And as Inouye came up, Stevie Fulton, this is the same fighter that swim and don't get wet. Mr. In there with B. Figueroa. B. Figueroa could punch. Stephen Fulton went toe-to-toe with B. Figgy. He went toe-to-toe with all them fighters right there. He got in there and he got smoked by Monster. Monster smoked him like some cheap piff. Smoked him out and ashed that nigga. And that's because Monster Inouye, his power was enhanced at 122. Now, I feel like around 122 or 126, I got to see when he gets up there, around these two weight classes is his peak. Bud's peak is 147. If Bud go to 154, his power is not going to carry to 154. See, it's a point where your body gets to your peak performance, where you're at your strongest and your fastest, where your weight is not your liability, but your weight is in perfect symmetry with your body and then with fighting. And once you go past that threshold, you become a little slower. And as you become slower, your punching power loses that much. So it might be gradual at first, but you're not going to be as fast or as strong or as powerful with the extra weight. Your quick twitch muscles will be slowed down just a tad, but just a tad can take that off. And that's the difference between people being overweight and being too heavy and being at optimal perfect weight. It's a science. It's the sweet science. And it's up to you to find your fighter's perfect weight. And see, Floyd, he went past his perfect weight and he went up to 147. So he had to become a defensive wizard because Floyd used to eat the whole training camp. Floyd walked around 142, 143. So when he fought at 152 and motherfucking 147, he was giving up ground. His defense was just that solid. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. Like, you can have power, but if you're not in your right weight class, your power is not going to carry. And then when you find that your power does carry, at least every fighter should know what's their optimum weight class. Like, you're supposed to have, like, stars lined up. And one day you're supposed to spend that whole day just sparring just to see what's your optimal weight class. And then that's where your coach know where to go from there. Peace and blessings. It's Key and Amber. I'm gonna turn it over to y'all while I change. Nobody wants Inouye the next Pacquiao. Elijah, we're not gonna hate. Inouye giving us great fights, Elijah. So we're not gonna hate on that. I love boxing, not just the fighters. And I don't care if they're white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian, or Haitian. If they give me great fights, I want to fucking see it. Just like I wanted to fucking see Stevie Fulton versus Inouye, I want to see that too. Go ahead, Key and Amber.
Well, hey everybody, can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Coach, how you doing? How was your weekend, Queen?
I really enjoyed it. I really, really did.
Yeah, I had a really, really good weekend. Just real quick, I have a tough professor this semester, man. She's so tough. and we had to do 2 drafts. I have to get this approved before I can present this for
Hold on one
submission.
second, Key.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second before I step away. Now, GT Parker, I done rinsed you up and everything. Don't push that fucking narrative over here. I'm letting you know now before you get started, because I see you already trying to build it. We're not gonna do that. Hold on. Let me get the one that you're trying to push. Hold on. We're not gonna even do that, buddy. We're not gonna do this. Because the same thing I just said about people in their weight class, it goes with him too. You gotta realize Tank came up from 126. He came up from 126. So his power built at 130. And he's at his peak power right now. It's about peaking. When he went to 140, he was a lot slower. And yeah, he had power, but his power wasn't the same at 140. He was slower. And I sat there and broke it down before you even brought this bullshit up. I sat there and told you people are slow. And you lose a little off your And then you throw this up there. When he went up to fight Barrios, that was his 4th division. That's equivalent to Devin going to 154. So we're not going to ask Tank to do what he ain't going to do. If he does it, fine. But we're not going to push it, and we're not about to ask for it. But if so, Devin can go fight Boots. That's 147. That's only 3 divisions. Or he can go fight Jermell Charlo. That's the 4th division. So let's not even do that. You cool, you got wrench, but we're not about to play that game. I already see it coming. But go ahead, Key. I got to step away.
Okay. So, yeah, so this professor is tough. And in order for me to get to the next stage, my proposal has to be approved. And so we turned in our second draft, and I got a much better grade. Because the first one, she tore my paper up, y'all. I was like, oh my God. And it was 4,000. The minimum was 3,000 words. The maximum was 4,000. And I had 20 sources. So just imagine having to squeeze all those sources into a 4,000 word paper, which was about 15 pages, excluding the title and the reference page. So man, I'm so happy, y'all, that I got past the second level, and the third level is this week. So I'm trying to, work around my time because it's finals week for me. And yeah, I'm excited, y'all. So y'all send positive energy, positive vibes, prayers my way. This professor is tough, but I'm trying to get submitted into the journal for leadership. I'm trying to get submitted in there. This is going to be my first doctoral submission. So y'all pray for me, man. I'm trying to have that doctor behind my name. You feel me? But or in front of my name. So y'all pray for me. But I want to go ahead and just give my thank yous to my shout outs to everybody. I said what's up to Coach Amber. I'm glad you had a blessed week, Queen. I'm glad you got it done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Congrats. Thank you, Rob Walker. Shout out to Rob Walker. That whole boy. Queen Ariana's in the building. Al Booger, Strap Season. Shout out to you. Ping One, Cassandra, Terrell Davis, Jonathan Parks, R. Stokes, Bullet Gibson, J.A. Dixon, G.T. Parker. We got you, King. I saw your comment. You said that you were agreeing with what he said. I got you, King. Jay Grant Jr., shout out to you. Listen, y'all gonna call him Lil Tank Tank. I'm gonna call him Debbie, Lil Debbie Cakes. So stop it. Come on now. Let me see. Ray Davis, shout out to you, King. How you doing? Cassandra, how you doing, Queen? Rick Timms, Houston Fine is up in the building. How you doing, Rick? Elijah, shout out to you, man. Let me see. Who else? Who else is in the building? The Zoomverse, TWT, shout out to you. Icon Canadian, HHU. Did I get my all things as always? I don't think I got one of my 10 toes down. All things as always. Shout out to you, man. Thomas Hill, is so good to see you. Big Dog Willie, shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. If I missed you, my fault, kings and queens. Brock Howard, I see you, King. Daryl McKinney, I see you. How you doing? It's good to see all of you guys. Every time I see y'all names, if I don't see y'all, I'm putting out an APB. I'm officially putting out an APB on Kamal Oz. I ain't seen Kamal. I ain't seen my boy on I ain't see I ain't see my boy Kamal Oz in a minute. I'm hoping that he's okay. Cal Coolidge, shout out to you, King. Thank you so much. I'm trying to, man. If all my college people up in here, y'all know how some of these professors can be. They have nitpick everything. I didn't
You
like the
gotta go
period.
to
I don't like the
BFTB,
comma.
Key.
Huh?
You gotta go to BFTB to see Kamal. For nine piss Kamal also, you know, he don't go for nine no more. You gotta go BFTV.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just glad he's okay. I'm just happy that he's okay. Cause I'm like, dang, I haven't seen Kamal. Black all day. How you doing, King? Brock Howard said, hold up, Key. I'm in here. H-Town. I didn't know you was from H-Town, King. Shout out to you. Ollie Gifted Kennels. What's good? Shout out to y'all, man. So my thumbnail is dedicated. This is Denzel Washington, the Equalizer post, because I've came in to be the equalizer on some of y'all. A lot of y'all, I don't even want to hear it because a couple of y'all is in this chat right now. A lot of y'all been talking real greasy over these past and within 48 hours. I've never seen nothing like this before. Never seen anything like this before. Like, man, y'all have been, yes, Ping One, man, I'm trying to get that doctor. You feel me? A1, you're going to get that doctor in front of that name. With that said, I disagree with everything, everyone and anything they say on who won't smoke. Free smoke, exactly. No, but you know what? Let me start it. Let me kick it off this way. Shout out to Dev. First of all, shout out to all the fighters, everybody from Bridges. She lost her belt. Regis lost his belt. But shout out to all these fighters, man, that put their lives on the line this past weekend. I'm gonna start it off by just giving my gratitude. You feel me? Like none of them, from my understanding, nobody has severe injuries. Just emotions. You feel me? Of being, either they lost the fight, they lost their title, or they didn't do good. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them for getting in the ring, man. Like hats off to them, giving us a show. So that's number one. Number two, my biggest letdown for the weekend, although I had a really good weekend, another thing I accomplished, y'all, I put my laundry away. So it's time to raise the roof on that one. My laundry got put away. So it was a good weekend. But yes, Bullet, it was a great weekend for boxing. But my only letdown this weekend was Robeezy. My boy lost, y'all. It was a tough competitive fight. This was a tough opponent, and I think that he needed that. I think that he's going to go back to the drawing board, work on a few things, because I think he kept relying on his left, and that was my fear for him. I want to see him evolve because I know he got it in him. You know how people say, don't waste that potential because I see it in you. Like, I know you can go to this type of level. Like, Robeezy is a prime example of that. And so, y'all laughing at my laundry, man. I got my laundry done, yo. But Robeezy, man, it was a tough competitive fight. I'm real sad about that with Robeezy. I still got my high hopes. I'm not one of these type of people that when person get a lose. I kept hearing comments that he's washed up and he's overrated. He was a hype job. No such thing. Robeezy is that man. And exactly, Rick Timms. And I can't wait to see what he does next. I think you go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? You go back to the drawing board, and that is going to make, when you fight a tough opponent, especially early on like that, you get better. You know what I'm saying? You see the holes in you see the chinks in your armor. So I'm very proud of him. You say play with his food too much. Exactly, calculate. That's what I mean. Like, get them people out of there. But that was a tough opponent. Dude I think he was 21-0 with 18 knockouts. That was a heck of a fight. That was a tall task. You feel me? So it's time for him to just go back to the drawing board. And I'm definitely still going to be rooting and supporting Robeezy. So that was my biggest upset. Other than that, because I had Robeezy winning. But other than that, everything kind of played out how I expected it to. I was worried about Dev's weight cut. He looked great in that ring. I thought that Dev, I now see why Dev was a 5-1 favorite with betting odds with this fight, because that was that I couldn't have wrote a better script, y'all. Like that, everything that we talked about that Regis would have to do to win this fight. It's like the coaches said, you know what, we're just going to go in and wing it. And no, Rachel got on after the fight when we did our live stream, our post live stream. Shout out to Zena. Thank you for coming through. Jonathan Parks, I see you. You said you can do all positive energy soon. You will be saying, I'm a PhD. You got this. You got this. Thank you, Jonathan Parks. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. But so it's like everything that, you know, what Rachel has said, how she was so disappointed. Because I asked her, I said, man, Rachel, you seem disappointed in this fight. And she said that she was, because she just didn't understand what the corners were doing and what Regis' corner was doing. And I just felt like they should have had a better, like a way better game plan. And we kept saying it from the get-go. Even fighters were saying, yo, if Regis want to stand a chance, you got to make this a dirty, ugly fight. And all like Upper has spoke on, he kept doing was just chasing Devin around the ring and trying to land towards the end a big shot. And you don't do it that way. Like I'm very, very surprised that they did it like that. Like it was no adjustments on the fly. And then so I put blame on both Regis and the coaches, right? Because we knew that Regis was coming off a bad fight. Devin was coming off a not so good performance, right? But Devin moves up and has a game plan, a airtight game plan on all of Regis, excuse me, skills that he struggles with, right? Because everything that Devin did, Zorilla did it. Josh Taylor was able to capitalize off of it. Like, so they basically took those game plans, combined them together, and just said, Devin, fight perfect for 12 rounds, correct? And so I was thinking that Regis was going to say, okay, we seen the chinks in Devin's armor with the Loma fight, and we know what Regis could do, so we're going to capitalize off of that. I thought that this was going to be a fight of what Devin is not good at, Regis was going to capitalize. What Regis is not good at, Devin was going to capitalize. And I seen none of that. It was basically, I'm here for the check type of fight, in my opinion. I'm not trying to, now this is not me hating on Devin. I'm placing a lot of blame on Regis though, and his team. And this is what I spoke about. If some of you guys remember, especially my day one, shout out to 2 Cents in the building. If you guys remember, I said, when it comes to great IQ fighters, I don't look at fighters getting stuff from their corner all the time. I look at fighters' ability to adjust on the fly inside that ring with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go, and you get your butt whooped, or you see that he's landing some things on you that he shouldn't be landing on you, or he's doing some things that you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, we're going to see if I'm able to put Regis after this fight in my psychotic category, because he comes forward and he looks for the pain. And if you don't hurt him, he's not going to go down. He's going to eat your way through it. Regis is going to go back in that category of he's a good fighter. He's a good basic brawler. He's like Bridges.
Yeah. Nigga felt fucking pain. He stayed the hell back.
Right, but I'm just saying though, like he's a good, but even though still, you still have to show that dog. You feel me? Yeah, like this was a suburban ass whooping. Period. This
exactly. It was like Camboso's one.
Yeah,
and not suburban.
This was a suburban ass whooping. I mean,
like Devin said, not too bad for a private school kid.
Right, like this was a suburban ass whooping, like
a casual ass whooping. He took a casual ass whooping.
Like, yeah, like this wasn't, there was no game plan. One thing that Regis could have done, which he did it in the first round, when Devin goes to the left, when Devin throws a left hook, he does not, his right hand and everything, he don't guard it. He don't guard his left side. Regis touched it, right? So that's when Devin reverted back and started fighting on the back foot a little bit, okay? Because he felt that. Why did Regis abandon that game plan? I do not know. Even with the head bobbing, and I'm just like, okay, you just gonna move your head? How is your head moving more than your feet? How did that happen? I mean, I know they called you flat-footed, but like I've seen Hispanic flat feet boxers. They don't do that. Coach Amber, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but even
Yeah. I wanted
don't even fight like that. Like what? What you say, Coach?
I picked for the suburban ass whooping. That's hilarious. Um, just the short answer, and we've talked about this before, Key. It's that deep amateur pedigree. Because when in doubt, you go back to kindergarten. And that's what you do. You do your ABCs and you stick to the game plan. And Regis doesn't have that deep pedigree. And I love Frank Martin. He's very athletic, but that is one thing I do feel like that's a kink in his shell. And yeah, like Regis, he just hasn't been doing it long enough. He didn't know what to do. And I don't know if you got it on your notes or what, but we can talk about it later about him and his coaching staff, because you're absolutely right. They did fail him. They absolutely did fail him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now go ahead and finish what you saying, Coach Amber. I got to read this out real quick.
Go ahead, Upper. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me shout out to Big Dog Willie again. He in the booth, and he says, hold on. It just left on me. Hold on 1 second. It say, I hate this thing. Big Dog Willie say, I realized in the last 48 hours the Haney coat was right all along. Devin is literally the greatest human to ever live. I'm ashamed to doubt him. Hey, Rick, hey, Big Dog Willie, I feel you, man. I'm trying to see where I sign up to the coat as well. You feel me? But what we can't say though, Big Dog Willie, like Regis, he was just in there for the payday. It looked like it. And like he had been saying, he's in deactivation mode. That man knew what time it was. Like, it's like, but like I said before, Regis is used to fighting a certain type of fighter. Devin is more athletic, more quicker, more skilled, and Regis and them is like, it was like high school versus professional in football. Like, you got your plays, you might be good at the high school level, but you go against the pros, you're going to get stopped. And that's the only takeaway I got away from the Devin fight, is that Devin didn't stop Regis. When you're beating a person up to that extent, to that level, when it's that type of separation between you and that person, it's supposed to be a finish move. It's supposed to be a cherry on top. And that's the reason why Devin's fan base will not reach Tank's fan base. That's why Devin doesn't sell as much as Earl or Ryan. They finish. And if you don't finish, that leaves people with a sour taste in their mouth. Like Devin, he could have made a fucking statement. He could have boxed Regis beautifully like he did, and then or somewhere around the 9th or 10th, sat that man down. If Devin would have did that, we would be having a different talk about Devin right now. We would talk about the potential of Devin being a superstar. But right now, he's just a star. He's really good. I mean, well, he's a good fighter. You know, they talk about he sold out the arena. Actually, the arena, they had over 19K tickets, and Devin sold 18,753. So we're going to say it like that. I mean, I'm not trying to be petty or nitpick, but it was still 200 seats that was empty. And they didn't use the 100% of the facility. They used a third of it. So we're going to say that too. Now, did he have a good turnout? Yes, he had a good turnout. When I would say he sold out the damn center, he didn't sell the center out. He didn't even sell out the 19K that he had. But he did a good showing. And honestly, most of the tickets were less than the pay-per-view. And usually you don't get fights that's less than the pay-per-view, but they were. So he sold them as well. I think the fight won't do over 1.5 million in the gate. And I'm just being honest. It might get about 50, 60,000, maybe 75. That's 75. That's pretty decent. I mean, it's not good for a corporation, but it's decent for like a PBC. Like people get about 2-3 million a piece. But yeah, That back end money they was looking at, that's not coming out because hell, if Devin don't sell at least $100K, that back end money, it ain't gonna be no back end money. The zone gonna go in the hole again. But that's all I gotta say. Like, look, he needs to work on finishing. And like I told y'all 2 weeks ago, Devin already knows what's going on. He already knows. Ain't like Bill putting a batter in his back and he don't know. He knows exactly what's going on. You gotta remember, he's the one that has to live with this. But like I said, peace and blessings to all. And I'm gonna let Key and welcome to the show 2 Cent. And let me go back and digress to my co-host.
Okay. Good cooking. Upper 2 cents. You just came in, Queen. First of all, how was your weekend and what you got for me, Queen?
Weekend was cool. The weekend was great. What up, What up, Coach Amber? Key, what's going on? I just want to say I think what we expected to happen happened. We knew if Regis didn't come in there with a good game plan and his skill wasn't up to par, he wasn't going to be able to get to Devin. And he was going to get outboxed for 12 rounds. And that's exactly what happened. So I was impressed. I can't say I was impressed. And the thing that impresses me about Devin is that he improves every fight. And it's a noticeable change and you can see it. So I like how Devin is growing. He's getting better. And as he's doing that, he's collecting belts and he's fighting champions. But we also have to take a look at Devin's competition. I mean, he's fighting older fighters, kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Fighters that's already taken losses. And this is not to diminish Devin or to hate on Devin, but now I'm hearing people saying he's the number 1 pound for pound and all this kind of talk. I think we're kind of reaching there. I don't think we need to go there yet, but I am interested to see who he fights next. And he did put on a masterclass performance against Regis, which he should have.
Yeah, thank you for that. I wouldn't have if it would have went any other way, I would have been shocked. That would have been the biggest upset of the night. For me, like I said, the biggest upset was Robeezy losing. Because I pretty much we called the Pyro fight. We've been said Pyro was going to get a stoppage because when Montana Love gets up against the ropes, so I won that. I won everything except for Robeezy. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Montana Love. Listen, I thought Montana Love was at least going to be able to be some quality food, but every time I see him fight, he just gets worse and worse.
Hey, I'm glad y'all said that right there. And shout out for everybody that made some money on me and Key's predictions. I only got one wrong, and that was the Robeisy Ramirez fight. And Robeisy dropped the man early, but the guy Robeisy, I guess, seeing his daughter and being with his family, he must have took it off or something because he let the man come back. And that's what happened. But I told y'all that the Jaleel Tucker, he was the underdog. I told y'all he wasn't going to lose again, and he didn't. He got a draw. So he messed it up. He got the draw. But if you got the points, that's a win for you because he didn't lose. But Jaleel Tucker, he got the draw, and he was the underdog. And if you took it with just no line, that was a win for you right there. And like me and Keith told you, we told y'all what Paro was going to do to Montana Love. I told y'all Montana Love was a hype job. I seen the last fight. I told y'all the way Montana Love got done. I said, yeah, he's ready to go. I say as soon as he get upset, he has to cheat to try to down win, but he lost last time or got DQ'd. And I said, Paro, they trying to build his name. They about to feed him love. And sure enough, Love was looking good at first, and then Paro flipped that switch on him and got him up out of there.
And I knew Montana Love was. You know how they showed the pictures of him before the fight, where they had they arm reach and all that. The dude had on lip gloss in the picture.
Yeah,
I know this dude was
gonna lose.
That scared
me that night was the Richard Torres Jr. fight. Richard Torres Jr., the heavyweight fight where he was fighting the black guy. I forgot his name, but he stopped him in the last round with 38 seconds left. Like they were bull, like he was catching the man, but the man was still lasting. And in the middle of the last round, that man threw a 2-piece hot fry, a 1-2, one hot fry, 2 hot fry, and sat him down. I was like, you know something? That's good, because I put in 5 separate tickets of knockouts. Like I picked out 5 different people to get knocked out. And that Damien guy, he fucked up my money on 1 ticket. Because Damien was supposed to knock that guy out, but he got a unanimous decision.
Man, I bet on 2 or more knockdowns last night. I needed one of them Devin or Regis to fall one more time. I would have won my bet.
Oh no, I could have told you that, Queen.
I thought Devin was gonna hit the canvas, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I could have no. That's why I kept it. I said it's either gonna be a 12 UD wash, or it was going to be if Regis was gonna get him up out of there, he had to get him up out of there by the later rounds. Those were the only two, because those are only 2 ways that this really fight could have went based. You know what I'm saying? And if you basing off the betting odds, you would have had to put a lot of money to see a return on the Devin portion of it, because he was a 5-1 favorite, 6-1 favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like Regis really had no, and it's sad. Like I told you guys leading up to the fight, like it's sad because he was calling it, he was saying it. He said that Eddie Hearn didn't believe him no more, and I've been telling y'all for the past 2 months when this fight was announced. I said Regis is being deactivated. He's going to be a gatekeeper for 140 because he don't want to go to 147 right now.
I think Regis was fooled anyway. Soon when Matchroom signed him, they knew they
yeah. Me and Coach was talking about that. Coach had mentioned that too. That Regis was this was a fool fight. He was being fed to Devin.
That's what I kept saying.
And
why
I agree
did
with
he
you
trust
too about his
Eddie?
team. Like, what did y'all work on in camp? I mean, he was in great shape. Don't get me wrong, but he needed to have a way better game plan or a game plan. And he's like, oh, he was much better than I thought. Like, what do you mean? Are you going in there to fight how good you think he is? Or are you going in there to be at your best?
He looked at that Loma fight. But what he don't realize is Loma's a lot faster than him. See, I seen him like in the first round. If you watch, Regis was using that head movement, which was good. And you see he was trying to turn and do what Loma was doing, which was good. Like the first round was a fill-out round, Regis did pretty good. I gave Regis that round, only that round. And then what happened was the fight like Loma, you have to have stamina. You have to be able to be on your toes. You have to be in shape. Not just in shape, but in shape. So Regis tried to do a somewhat of a version of what Loma was doing. I mean,
yeah, but Regis isn't exactly known for his motor either, right, Upper?
That's what did I just say, Coach? Remember I sat there and said the stamina issue, remember? That's what I'm getting to. Regis tried to do something that he's not equipped to do. Like Regis is older. Regis is not got the same skills as Loma. And plus, like I said, stamina. Regis is weight draining himself to be at that division. So, like I said, it's going to take away from him. So, for him to fight like Loma, he putting himself at a disservice. What he should have did, they should have cut Devin off at the pass. Instead of following a fighter, which you never do. You never follow a fighter in boxing. That's the dumbest shit ever. What you do, you anticipate where they're going and you cut off the ring. Cutting off the ring is different from following somebody or stalking somebody. You got a preemptive strike. Because if you follow a stalk, you're giving a person a chance to get their position and get set up and then be able to transfer their feet to the back foot. So when you come up, they can unload on your ass. And that's what Devin was doing. He was getting away from Regis and getting set. Like, set, boom, pop. And Regis kept walking right into it. I said, Regis, the definition of insanity is doing the same shit over and over, expecting a different outcome. And like I said, that fight reminded me, I could have closed my eyes and turned off the damn volume and that fight would have been George Kambosos versus Devin Haney Part 1. It was the same damn fight. Period.
And one thing too, hold on. Frequent has said Regis wanted a tune-up, but Hanos didn't wait to let him fight Tank first. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Hey, Frequent, you got one more time, bro. And bro, I just said we're not about to tear down nobody else. We're not doing that, bro. You will get off. I'm letting you know now. Period. I'm tired of the narrative pushing. I got smoke for everybody. If you try to push it, you get the fuck off. I'm letting you know.
I don't think that Regis and Tank were ever supposed to fight. I've never even heard that narrative.
He's trying to put Tank down. And like I said, we're not even about to do that shit. You can take it how you want to, bro. Go ahead, Key.
But yeah, so I was just, like pretty much the betting odds were absolutely correct. I made the point the other night that even with Canelo and Jermell, it was high betting odds, but Jermell was moving up 2 weight classes, so that was understandable. But even some people gave Jermell Charlo a chance. Nobody gave Regis a chance but Timothy Bradley. And it was just like, man, it was just a total wash. So shout out to Devin. But I'm very disappointed in Regis' team. I felt like OTB said, they gave him the briefcase in the locker room, and he was just like, all right, I'm finna just go out. You feel me? Go out. And Bullet, I can't say that Regis is a bad MFer because, I mean, that was horrible. If anything, like if you a true boxing fan, like if you really know boxing, nobody gave Regis a chance with this. But one thing I will say though, if Devin and Matias was to fight, those betting odds would be a whole lot closer.
Key, I wanted to tell you about that too. Now, ever since we heard about the Matias injury, everybody seems to be saying his name now. Nobody was mentioning Matias' name before we heard about this hand injury.
Because I think, you know what? I think that with Matias, when you are that person who is the way he's taking people out, and he's already have a DOA on his record,
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. I cooked on that earlier on Fanon's page if y'all was on there. I sat there and said, well, nobody trying to call for Matias, but they know a hand injury. Sometimes a hand injury doesn't even heal correctly. Sometimes you'll never be that guy right there. And I said, T.O. knows that Matias was trying to damn push the date back for their fight because T.O. said, I got to fight, and he was trying to rush Matias to fight. And they already came out and said, Matias got a hand injury. Usually they don't like displaying that type of information, but they had to because of the state that it was in, Fimo sent it. So after they did that, everybody was like, look, Matias is the boogeyman. We got to get some clout. Now, if you remember, 2 weeks ago, Bill Haney sat there and said, there's no money in the Matias fight. We ain't looking at Matias. Now, we try to call out Matias, but he pricing himself out. See, people need to see this is what Bill does. Bill does this. He has to find a way to push his fighter because his fighter doesn't know how to finish the damn plate. He don't know how to clean off his plate and get another one. What he has to do is find a way to push his fighter. He has to make his fighter the most hated fighter. He has to make himself the most hated fighter because he can't do it on his own fighter's merit. So he's trying to take a page out of Floyd Mayweather's handbook because Floyd Mayweather had more enemies than fans. People rather see Floyd Mayweather get his ass whooped than to pay to see him win. And he gave us the fights. He put us in there with people that had a chance to beat him. He was in there with the Canelo Alvarez's, with the Manny Pacquiao's, with the big names right there, being a smaller guy, with the Zab Judas. Floyd was in there to get Sugar Shane Mosley's. Floyd was in there for people to see him lose. And they would pay a substantial fee to see him lose. Just like the Conor McGregor and Floyd fight wasn't shit until Conor McGregor stopped Paulie Malignaggi. Now everybody thought Conor McGregor stood a chance because he was damn 20 pounds bigger than Floyd. He got destroyed. See, Floyd is a genius. People hated his cocky attitude, the fact that he said he the best. People wanted to see him fall. But see, Devin and his dad fucking up. Because these days times not like last times. These days times, if they don't like you, they'll watch your fights, but they won't pay. They can stream your shit. And that's what they're doing to Devin and Bill dumbasses. They're getting streamed out the damn woodwork, and they're not developing fans. His son's becoming disliked for no fucking reason.
And Upper, let me ask you a question. Do you think when
I got you, let me finish. Well, I got it in my train of thought. Because it's hard for me to remember shit. That's why I take medicine. Let me finish it. So check this out. God damn it. Go ahead.
You were saying that they're gonna stream Devin. You were saying they're gonna stream Devin.
Yeah, but I forgot what the fuck I was saying after that, dog.
Oh, my bad. My apologies. But I was gonna ask you, do you think that Bill is devaluing Devin when he said something to the extent, I'm paraphrasing, that just because you're overcharging people for a fight, that doesn't make you the best fighter. You just overcharging the people to come watch you fight nobodies. And he's like, oh, that Mayweather era is over.
You talking about Tank?
Yeah. He said the Mayweather era is over, where you're gonna be overcharging people to come watch you fight nobodies, and you P. Diddy and the other fighters by paying them pennies. And when I heard him say that, it made me feel like, well, people spend their money where they see value. So what if one day...
This is what he was saying. This is what he was saying. He's saying Floyd and Tank, he said they made millions and millions of dollars and they wasn't fighting nobody. He's saying Devin fighting the real people. And what he's saying, Devin ain't charging as much. What he's doing, he's reaching for fans. Like, if you mention Tank's name, you get popular. Now it reminds me of what I was saying. Look, Devin he can't market Devin correctly. Devin has nothing to market. He's not a knockout puncher. He's a good boxer. So is Richardson Hitchison. Okay? He got a good jab. Okay, but he don't finish people. He just got his first knockdown in 85 rounds, right? So what Bill has to do, he has to develop a key to push in his son. And what way but to be the most villainized, the most hated person out there? And that's what he's trying to do to Devin, make Devin be the most hated, the most villainized. And he wants people to have to pay to be his son. And the only thing he's doing, he's picking and choosing his opposition, and he's carefully setting landmines, and he's got these dumbass people on YouTube to push the narrative for him because they just want to be a part of something and not thinking about what the fuck they're saying. Sound like dumbasses, sound like men who want to suck other men off and shit. Like, these niggas go harder for him than they go for their own females and their own family. Like, I've seen motherfuckers literally break down and go hard for this young man, Devin, than they will for their relationship, their kids, everything. The shit is fucking sad. Rachel Donera, peace and blessings and salute, Rachel and Nonito. What I'm saying is they're trying to take a page out of Floyd to market Devin. That's the only way they can. And see, now they put him in there with Regis. Regis is supposed to be a big puncher. So now they're trying to go for other big punchers. That's why they even brought up Keith Thurman, because they think Keith Thurman is older. But what they really should do is label Devin the grandpa beater, because he's steady beating people that's way older than him. But we're not going to go there. But like I said, truth comes to the light. Devin's he's at this weight class, but like I said, I feel like 147 could be better for him. Just like Tank's at his fourth weight class at 140. 135 was an optimal weight for him. That's where he had his speed and he had his power. And who are y'all for him to have to get out of his comfort zone and go fight somebody that's 2-3 times his size, while Devin's sitting there fighting people half or a third his size? Make that shit make sense. But yeah, that's all I had to say on that right there. And yeah, he's not selling like that. That's why people are sitting there throwing Tank and Floyd out there, because Tank did a 4-second video that went over 100 million worldwide. Devin will do a 4-hour video talking about a press conference. That shit get 100,000 worldwide after weeks. Tanks did it in days. But that's all I'm saying right there, man. It's apples and oranges. Matter of fact, it's apples and motherfucking pineapples, or apples and motherfucking some kind of exotic good fruit. not no bullshit ass delicious apple. And it's okay because everybody have their own lane. Just stay into it. But when you keep murdering somebody else's name that's not talking about you, it makes you look real desperate, Bill. It makes you look like you don't have nothing else to offer. And that's what Bill do. He's making his son look stupid. And I'm just being real. Devin's a good fighter. Elaborate off that. Help it grow. Help him get to his right weight so the knockouts will come. Instead of being a fucking sideshow act. Because that's all this shit is. Sideshow act. But go ahead, Key. And Rachel, I'm going to drop the link in case you want to get up here with these ladies and cook.
So shout out to Rachel. Shout out to Brian B. King, the King Falcon. How you doing, King? Cash Crypto, I see you, King. Asante L, I see you, King. Shout out to y'all for coming through. Anthony Latham, shout out to you, man. So here's what I think. Well, you know what? Let me stop because Coach Amber hasn't said anything. Coach, what you got, Queen? What you got for me?
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. There wasn't a question in there. That was a lot to unpack. I give Devin credit. Like, I'm going to give him his credit. Regis Prograis did. He told him to his face that he was like, bro, you were better than I thought. You were quicker than I thought. I would like to at least give him his credit. And Key, I do see what you're saying. Like, because I know we all have our routines that we start out on these YouTube streets. But today being Monday, I started chiming in the background on these other channels. And I am seeing that our talking points are being used. So you're right. People are listening. I give Regis, I give them both their full credit. As much as I hate to admit it, I don't know if Regis overtrained or not. That's why his legs weren't there. But I don't want to take away from Devin's win. Because I did expect him to win, but I didn't expect him to win like that. So,
I did. I said it was gonna be a wash if Regis didn't get the stoppage. And I think it showed again. Like, I think it showed with the betting odds. That was not a tough fight at all for Devin. But me and Upper been calling it for the past 2 months. Like. And even you had said it. Regis was being fed. He's being deactivated. Shout out to Black Truth. Welcome in, King. Somebody wipe Hollis Baptista's nose. Wipe his nose. So we can't. So it's like I give him his credit. I'm proud that he's a 2-division champ. I think, like I told you guys Saturday night, 140 has gotten weight interesting. I can't wait to see these fights at 140. For Devin, for T.O., for Matias, hell, for Rolly. I can't wait to see Rolly. Rolly talking big stuff. He's going to be my thumbnail. I'm going to troll him this week because Rolly talking big stuff about EJ. You feel me? Now he want to fight EJ. He want to go to 147 too. So, and think that he can even take on EJ. Like, come on. I had to laugh. Like, I think that was my comedy for the weekend. I'm like, come on now, Rolly. Rolly, you got to sit down now. But, I guess with this one, with this fight, I'm going to be 105. I wasn't surprised, just like I wasn't surprised with the David Benavidez fight. But I gave my boo-boo hope because y'all know I don't play about my boo-boo. So I gave boo-boo hope. And I'm always, support Boo Boo Andrade. But I promise y'all, like, the only upset I've seen within boxing for the past couple years was the Canelo and Bivol. Everything else, in the Spence versus Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, because I was rooting for Spence, but everything else has played out. Yeah, like everything else kind of played out. Oh, and the Ngannou fight when he knocked down Fury, I don't think anybody saw that coming, and giving Fury a good fight. And that was satisfying to me because of Wilder. You feel me? Y'all know we don't play about Wilder over here. But other than that, like, that went, yo, that went exactly how I thought. Everybody said it, like he finna wash Regis, and we all said it up here. Regis was food. I told y'all I was the only one using the word deactivated. I said Regis is being deactivated. I mean, at the press conference, he was saying there's other belts he can go to, or he would even try UFC. Like, he know what time it is. He been knew what time it was. And, I wish him all the best. Shout out to both of those guys for giving us a great showcase. Yeah, shout out to both of those guys. As far as, pound for pound list, I seen somebody put that in the comment. I'm not like, I would never argue somebody's pound for pound list unless it's like a crazy fighter that do not deserve to be on there. So I'm not going to argue about that stat. That's a subjective list. So, you know what I'm saying? Do you? But Thomas Hill said Regis was carefully selected. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's a good champion. I feel as though once those belts, it's interesting to see now what 147 does with the belt, with Bud, and how that's marketed, because Devin can, get a fight in Saudi Arabia that they've been talking about, and get a championship fight for 147 with the Keith Thurman. That'd be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the sky is the limit. So it's not no hate. I just think, that was a very expected outcome. In my opinion, that was a very expected outcome. I do agree with Upper, with him saying that we need to stop, with this picking and choosing and everything else, because I was hot over this weekend over some of the comments that I was hearing from a lot of these paid Devin channels, with saying things like, Matias is ducking, when we found out that was nowhere near the case. When we found out that, the narrative being pushed about, his resume being better than Muhammad Ali's resume at that age, and his resume being better than Floyd Mayweather at that age. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, do we really doing this? That's what we got to resort to. Like y'all just like, Tank versus Devin is the only Saudi fight they need to push. You know what? Like I said, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing a Tank versus Dev fight. I still want it. That's still one of my fantasy fights. I hope that we're able to cross off the list. Bill said he better than Floyd. Yeah, see, shit like that. Like, stuff like that, I'm not even finna buy into. Because it's irritating.
Well, it's like, if you look at Devin's past fights and all of that, like, in what trajectory do you see him fighting Tank? Like, I honestly, look, I'm not hating on Devin. I'm a Devin fan. I love what he's doing for the sport. He's fighting for the belt, fighting for the.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Upper echelon, you're a true Devin Haney hater. Why hate on a young brother doing his thing and then block the comments you don't want to see or hear? Y'all weird over here. Don't block the truth. Y'all off. Crash King Flex. Nobody blocked the channel. I mean, that person that I told them to wipe his nose, he, as my day ones up in here, the family up in here knows who that person is. He always come over here saying some crazy stuff. So if you don't know that, since you're just on here, then that's your problem. And secondly, we don't push narratives. We are the narratives killer. We call it straight through. I'm not going to buy into a narrative that a man that is at 25 years old, has no time of slowing down, I can say has a better resume or has done more than a Floyd Mayweather. What the fuck do I look like?
The Crash King, that's a good name for you, because all you do is crash. You're a crash dummy. You can never be a Crash King. We call them crash dummies. So you the king of crashing. That means you're a damn fool. So I'm glad you label yourself a damn fool. And secondly, I didn't even block your stupid ass. Honestly, I could care less. Them shooters out there on the roof, and they probably popped your dumb ass. And y'all make sure y'all hide that dumb ass so he can make another one. Well, I think they already got you. Now, how you like that? Now go ahead, hate on that, biatch.
And then Chop Shop, I think Devin irritates y'all proud. No, Devin, Big Dose, we're not like, we're not irritated. We're calling a fight. But
What are we saying that makes y'all think this?
Big Dose, Big Dose. I got respect for you, Big Dose, and I've never disrespected you. When motherfucker was in here a little while ago disrespecting Devin, I just got on him. Don't say what it happens to us, because I'm not saying nothing about none of this. So don't say y'all. If you're gonna say somebody, say a name. Don't generalize me, bro. Cause I don't generalize you. I could say you like these other fanatics that's out here that's man crushing on Devin, but I don't.
But no, and you're right.
I try to give everybody the same respect. I treat people accordingly how they do. So don't generalize me.
And it's not about, first of all, like I said, Devin did what he was supposed to do. I just said he's a 2-division champ. I can't wait to see what he does next. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, Billy Gibson was in there tonight when Devin was fucking fighting, and I was trying to motherfucker was trying to put Devin down. I'm defending him while he's fighting the damn nigga, dog. So don't do me like that, dog. I defend all my kings, bro. Period. My people, I do. And Shakur, he never said he was better than Floyd. He said eventually. And Shakur and them ain't coming out here publicly naming names, dropping names, and talking shit about people. They're not publicly tearing fighters down, showing mug shots. But people can start showing Devin's mug shots if you want to. They can start talking down about Devin. But as soon as somebody says something about Devin, we need to stick together. Like the motherfuckers are hypocrites. They throw rocks and hide their hands. And I got a whole list of shit that they did. If you want to do that, I can sit here and tear up. I can tear another black man down if that's what you want. I can feel into the narrative and do what y'all saying that people are doing. I can do it. I got all the information. I got everything. But I choose not to. If y'all want to start doing that, we can do it.
And let me also remind everybody that you're here voluntarily.
Before you get started, real quick, shout out to Big Dog Willie. Better resume than Ali at the same age is crazy. And that's $2 haul. Thank you. And the dude did do that. He did come on for and said that Devin Haney, it's your boy Rollo, said Haney had a better resume than Ali and Henry Armstrong. Only thing you're doing, you need to check the people that's pushing the narratives. Go ahead, 2 Cent.
I just wanted to say, let me remind everybody that you're here voluntarily. And if you just disagree that much with what people are saying, you do have the option to click off the video. No need to throw insults and stuff like that at people. And we got to stop saying people's opinion or criticism is hate. It's not. Everybody does not have to agree. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people are like that. But I can't even remember what I was saying about Devin now.
No, it's okay, 2 cents. I mean, I think, and I hope it come back to you, Queen. I just think that, you know, it'll be better when the other channels that, you know what I'm saying, are, you know, pro that, that when they start talking, they'll be able to go over there and side with their people. You know what I'm saying? We call it straight through. I don't know what do y'all want me to say? Do y'all want me to lie? No, the facts of the matter is Regis was a 35-year-old, 29-1 with 24 knockouts. He had flat feet. He don't know how to cut off the ring. He's a brawler type fighter. He's a bar brawler fighter. He's a basic fighter. Like, let's Coach Calvin letting people down with his interview. No, he didn't let nobody down. If y'all tuned in for the whole interview, Coach Calvin said 3 things. 3 things that needs to happen. We need to know the weight, the price, and the location. That's all. Like, if y'all thinking that he said that was wrong, then I don't know what else to tell y'all, because that's all Coach Calvin said. I was over there. Like, that's all he said was he wants to know. He said it has to make sense because his first point was it has to make sense because Tank is not taking a pay cut. Okay, that's number 1. So what's the price? Number 2, what is the weight going to be at? Number 3, the location. Those are how negotiations are started. So what do y'all have to say? But did y'all see what Tank was saying, though? You see what I'm saying? Like he said, 2024. Don't even trip. That's why I'm not even tripping. Like, y'all, I can't wait. Listen, if this fight happened, I can't wait. I'm already on record saying,
Hold on, Key. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Angry Rescue with $2 holler. He said, when is Tank gonna fight a black man? He did. He fought Hector Garcia. He fought Rolly Romero. These are black men right here, bro. They're not Mexican. They're black men. Go ahead, Key.
And forget all of that. Like, seriously, like, this was Devin's first black fight. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, come on now. Y'all got to stop this.
The Avengers assemble.
Jay Grant, Calvin has some talks. Calvin has same old talking points because that's what matters. Y'all just sat there. Hold on. Wait. Y'all just sat there. And this is where I got to get on the fans. And I'm not talking about the fans that paid. I'm talking about, y'all know who I'm talking about. We just sat there and let a fight bill for Spence and Crawford for a 650,000 pay-per-view when those two kings should have had Tank and Ryan's numbers. Let's be real. I'm not getting upset. But I'm just saying though, like, y'all got to realize this. Do y'all know that I think almost 10 million people streamed that fight for free? No, we wanted to make sense. But he said the three things that matters. What's the weight? What's the price? And the location. That's it. He's not giving y'all, he's been saying this for a very long time. He's the only one standing on this. See, y'all think that it's just, oh, you want to fight? Yes. Okay, we're going to fight. No, there's a lot of things that go into play. A lot of people got to get paid. Not to mention, Devin is with Eddie Hearn. What's Eddie Hearn going to win out that cut with a PBC fight? Because Al Heyman and them don't get down with them like that. Wait, I was talking about keeping the same energy after the fight. You moved it to talking about something that will stop the fight. No, I'm not moving to something that's, first of all, if those three things aren't, how was the fight supposed to
click the link? Click the link.
Hold on one
Whoever
second.
you're talking to, click
Hold
the
on
link.
1 second, Key. Pop worth the drop. You said Tank Davis ain't never fighting Haney or Shakur. I'd rather bet on Cowboys to win the Super Bowl next 5 years. Well, Pop worth the drop. Haney ain't never fighting Tank because Haney's been at the division. Tank's at his third division. He went up to the fourth, and after he fought Barrios, the man said he doesn't like that division. It's too much for him. Tank going up to 140 is the equivalent of Devin going to 154. The man is in his fourth division. I mean, listen, the man was at 135. Devin had all the chance in the world to fight Tank. He went everywhere but Tank. He could have went to PBC. No, he could have signed with Floyd to fight Tank. Floyd tried. He wanted to go to match room and do all this other shit. So he was there. And if Devin sat there and made wait for Loma and twice for Camboso, he could have waited one more match. If you know Tank was all this and that, when Steven Espinosa came to him, he didn't have a fight, but no, he made the Regis fight. So I don't want to hear that bullshit. Tank should have did shit. If you wanted the Tank fight, you should have waited. Tank still ain't got a fight. So we're not going to push this dumbass narrative when he was sitting there talking about that. Like, damn, motherfuckers act like shit ain't, bro, look. Next motherfucker come with that dumbass shit, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I told you we don't push narratives, period. Like, motherfuckers had a chance to do shit and they didn't do it. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with dumbass shit because you know what? When you argue with a fool, people can't tell who is the fool. So I'm letting you know now, you push a dumb narrative, adios, dog. We're not doing that. We talking boxing, not talking dumb shit over here. And if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Nobody tell you to come here, period. Go ahead,
not to mention, Jay Grant, it's not about nobody being on Tank or anything else. Bullet Gibson, I got you, King. Chop Shop, we got you, King. My apologies. But the thing is, see, if I don't address these comments of some of the things, because some of these comments are the same things I'm seeing in other previous comments for people that don't know boxing. So it's like, okay, first of all, hold on. Wait.
Ain't nobody super sensitive about shit.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody super sensitive about shit. People are not super sensitive. People are tired about people talking dumbass shit and pushing dumbass narratives when we're talking about boxing. We're not talking about what could have, would have, should have, couldn't be. Okay? Like, the man had a chance to make the fight. Like, people keep talking about other motherfuckers because motherfuckers can't sell on their own. That fucking fight probably ain't even do 1.5 at the gate. But I'm not out here hating or saying nothing about it. It was a great fight. I feel like his next fight, which is already locked in, so I don't know why you sit here calling Tank or anybody else. And Rachel Donaire, she's in the business. She's right there. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Devin's next fight is already locked in. He has to fight Sandor Martin. So out here clout chasing and doing this dumb shit that you do every fucking division, trying to act like people scared of you and ducking you and lying is stupid and it's bad for boxing. The man has a fight lined up with Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin. That was the flex. Just like when Terrence and Earl fought, the winner had to fight Boots. It wasn't going to be no do the rematch. No, you had to fight Boots or you had to vacate. And that's what happened to Terrence Crawford. And Devin, his next fight is with Sandor Martin. It is nobody else but Sandor Martin.
Nick J. Do we know who Tank's fighting though?
I'm telling you now, Nick J.
Is there anybody on the radar for Tank?
Right now, Nick J. I'm explaining you about the fights coming up. And Tank has a fight coming up. His fight is either between Gary Antoine Russell or another fighter to be announced. But we're not about to create an argument because I just kick people out and don't give a damn, Zenith. I don't really care about this shit. I get money. I don't need this shit. All right. Okay, Nick J. All right. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to keep doing it, Nick J. That's my last time.
Well, I just think that, you know, I think it's a culmination of just, and who was it? Big Dose No, Bill Haney did say that. So it's not, it's not that. Angry Mexican, thank you for the 2-piece for the support. Tank put a rehydration clause on Ryan and Barrios. First of all, let's break that down. Ryan wanted to fight Tank at 130. Tank said, no, I'm a 135 fighter. And and we can fight at 135. Tank wanted him to fight at that weight. That's all that is. They ballooned up on fight night to 144. With Barrios and Tank, it was the same thing. They fought at 140. If this is a 140 fight, then we're going to fight at 140. That's it. Like, I don't understand why y'all are even getting on this.
Angry Mexican, I understand what you're saying. And look, Ryan didn't have to take it. Barrios didn't have to take it. And if I was Barrios, I wouldn't have took the rehydration clause. Barrios was the champ. But he did. And do I believe in rehydration clause? No. I feel like if you're going to fight at that weight, then that's the weight you need to fight at. But I also believe in same-day weigh-ins. That's what they really need to do. They really need to go to same-day weigh-ins and then cut out all this. Because if you can make the weight, then there's no problem about it.
Exactly. And it's not no disrespect. It's just that, like,
hey, Freak, well, you know something? I'm not taking it out on Nick J. I'm explaining it to people in general. I love Nick J. I'm not talking about it like that. I'm pushing it out because she's not the only person talking. It's other people in here talking dumb ass shit. And then not only they keep feeding into it. Yeah, King Von, he gonna keep winning. That's great. And I'm gonna tell you like this: a better fight is Sandor Martin instead of Regis Prograis. Now, if Devin beats Sandor Martin, I feel like Sandor Martin is a top-notch fighter. He's better than Regis Prograis. I feel like Sandor Martin didn't get the credit he deserved. And then Devin really has something to flex on because Sandor Martin arguably beat Teofimo Lopez. He beat Teofimo Lopez. The motherfucker can't tell me he didn't beat Teofimo Lopez. So if Devin goes out there and beats his mandatory, then somebody can't say nothing about Devin and Teofimo because he beat the hell out of Teofimo. He dropped Teofimo twice. So motherfuckers can't say shit about that because I arguably had Sandor Martin winning the fight, and that's Devin's mandatory right there.
Yeah, that's a really good fight right there. However, they can pay Sandor Martin, depending on who they get Devin lined up with, they can pay him step aside money for.
He's not taking no step aside. Like when he beat Mikey Garcia, Yeah, that's a better fight too, calculate. But that fight right there gonna take too much. But you know, he lost to Teofimo. Teofimo wanted to give some step aside money from Sandor Martin. Sandor didn't take it. Like Sandor, he beat Mikey Garcia. People forget about that. Sandor Martin is a real fighter. He's a real fighter. You know something, Bullet? He not looking at Subriel Matias. Everybody says Subriel Matias' name because he has a broken hand and about to get surgery.
Well, not only
That's why
that.
everybody calling out Subriel Matias. Let's keep it 100, Bullet.
Well, not only that.
Because 2 weeks ago, he sat there and said, 2 weeks ago, he sat there and said that there ain't no money in the Subriel Matias fight. So then as soon as the Teofimo and Subriel tells Teofimo he can't fight because he's about to get surgery, next thing you know, now he wants to fight. Come on, man. Y'all keep acting like y'all don't see the damn same shit.
No, I think, but you know what though? I want it. I want the, if that's what he wants, whatever these fighters want, that's what I'm going for. If Devin wants Subriel Matias, line it up. If
He's not gonna be able to fight Subriel because Subriel's about to get surgery. And then what he's gonna do is claim Subriel ducked him. Because Subriel don't want to fight the date that he's taking.
Like that, though.
Just like
the narrative is already out there that he's ducking.
Exactly. Just like Teofimo. And see, look, Bill didn't even talk to the man's people, but they tried to make it seem like they did. And so somebody
Bill said Matias asked for $4 million.
They just came out there and debunked that shit. And that's what I'm saying.
No, he ain't asked for $4 million. That's not for.
They
That's
never
not
even
for
talked. See,
Matias.
who said that?
That's
Who said it?
2
That's
cents.
what I just watched the interview with Fight Hub with Bill Haney, and he was like, "Oh, the next day I got on the phone, I called Matias people, and they said the kid want $4 million," and he was like, "Oh, we not gonna negotiate." And he said we want, and I just thought that was funny because I'm like, Bill, didn't you just say you wanted $30 million to fight Tank?
But 2 cents. Bill Haney was lying. They sat there and showed that shit.
Yeah, they said
Matias and them people said they never even talked to Bill. They showed Matias and them never even talked to Bill.
Yeah, they said they talked to some dude named Khan.
And what they say, Bill, and what they say, Bullet. Bullet said they reached the real team today. What they say, Bullet? Because Subriel Matias ain't even got $1 million for a fight. How you gonna holler for $4 million? Come on, man.
I just watched the interview like right before I got on here, and I was like, this dude Bill is hilarious. But that's what he said.
But you know why you can be hilarious like that? Because when you have sheep that follow you around, you can do shit like that. You can do shit like that.
It's real. Haneyville.
Mind you, the Crawford fans.
You might want to visit, but you definitely don't.
Shout out to Cassandra with the $5 house. Said we laugh at Big Dog Willie about his comments, but I'm really starting to believe it's the Haney coat.
Hey, shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to 2 Cents Box, and shout out to Kia Alexandria. And shout
it's all good, Coach Amber. I feel you. It's all good though. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, and Coach Amber up here too. Oh no.
Can you hear me, Upper?
Yeah, I see you, Coach
Hey,
Amber.
before you go though, bro, let me say I ain't been on no panels in a minute. A cool ass minute too. On top of that, congratulations to Devin Haney for putting on a classic convention of whooping a dude's tail.
Now he put a master class on the niggas. And Thomas, people can barely hear you, baby.
Yeah, you can barely hear me. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like you keep coming up here trying to talk in your sexy voice. Shout out to Scout with $10 holler. Saying y'all need to stop letting Bill mentally molest y'all. Peace and blessings.
Why is it like that? Oh, I know what I got.
Hey, it ain't easy to be a Tank fan, Chop Shop, or a Shakur fan. Like right now, Chop Shop, Shakur. No, it's not easy to be a Shakur fan either, because if people sitting there harping on what Shakur just did, no, that's not what you said you was gonna do. Shakur, you lied. Like you said after the Nakathilia fight, you said you're not gonna be on that back foot no more. And I seen you take a shot to that body, and your ass didn't want to throw a punch no more. Like you try to get out the body, and you know he has to rectify that. He has to fight somebody else that's a big puncher, and he has to rectify that, because That shit right there was definitely a bad look.
Well, Saturday night.
If Tank next opponent ain't somebody of top caliber, he got to get it too. He got to, because everybody's out here fighting. You don't go from a $1 million fight to no damn bargain basement fighting. You got to fight the names now. You done made yourself the star. Act like it. And Thomas here to talk up, big homie.
You can't hear me because my stuff.
Thomas here, I can hear you real good.
No, you got too much bass in your voice. We can't understand you. We can hear you.
Yeah, you sound.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was just saying congratulations to Devin Haney. Hey, and to his fan base too, man, because you know, especially the true fans, but the Haneyites as well, man. I mean, your boy showed out and showed up and did what he said he was gonna do. He told old boy he can only do one thing, and what's gonna happen? You're too damn old to change up. And we saw that ish in the ring. Even notched him a flash knockdown too in the process. So he looked real good. He won every single round, like every single round. Can't see them giving not one round to Regis because hell, he wasn't doing nothing but doing that damn pump fake double jab with a shuffle the whole damn night long. And he couldn't. He effectively took his strong suit away from him. So you got to give him credit for that. Now,
I think
hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Shout out to my guy, Expensive Paper. That motherfucker putting 4 flats on the Cadillac with the $50 holler with the Bomb Squad, which December 23rd is coming to you. Make sure y'all check it out. Deontay Wilder coming back to show in and show out. Shout out to my guy, Expensive Paper, y'all. Peace and blessings, Expensive Paper. I know you listen in the background. Go ahead, Thomas.
But yeah, that being said, man, they now doing a little game with Sabrina Matias. They ain't reached out nobody team Sabrina Matias. And,
Yo, that's what I jumped up here to explain that to you, Upper, because you just asked Bullet, what did they say on the boxing voice?
Yeah, I didn't hear it. That's why I was asking. Like, bro, I don't say that I don't know. That's why I asked what they said. I didn't hear.
Yeah, I was just jumping up here to fill you in. They both was on there. They both was on there first. Coach Panda. Coach Panda. They was on the boxing voice with Ness.
Oh man, y'all was over there on that snitch ass nigga page.
Well, I just looked over there because I saw Bill jumped on it.
I got a video on this page all about Ness. The reason why he can't go to Florida no more. The nigga snitched on the cartel.
Oh, I don't know about none of that. I just looked over there because I saw Bill was up there.
I said, I'm just letting you know. And he robbed me for some money. I sent money in. He stole my autographed Shakur Stevenson gloves that was supposed to go to my son.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I talked to Shakur while he was on the show with him, right? And I sent in the money to get the autographed gloves from Shakur. And Shakur said that he would get them for me. He was going to sign them for me and everything. So him, Danny, and then went back to take pictures and everything. Ness came back with the gloves. And so I asked Ness how much I need to send. So he was like, send about 100. So I sent the 100 in. And then I said, it's the same address that you sent the autographed Sean Porter gloves in. Because I wanted some autographed Sean Porter gloves because I had dropped like 200 or 300 in the damn, during the contest they had last time, right? Because I'm a sports junkie, and my son wanted the gloves, so I was gonna give him signed gloves from Shakur. So after I sent him the money, he was like, "Yep." So we're gonna put these gloves up, and y'all can win it this Friday. And so I'm like, "What you mean win it Friday, bro? I just sent you the money for the damn gloves." He's like, "Oh, well, man, we only got one pair of signed gloves, and it's going in the raffle." And I was like, "Bro, you just heard me talk to Shakur. He told you, yeah." Well, man, we forgot to get the other one signed. I said, so you gonna rob me like this? And he said, nah, you got a chance to win. I said, bro, I wish I would. I said, well, send my 100 back then, nigga. He was like, well, it ain't come through yet. I said, so you gonna rob me? I said, it's all good, bro. I said, it's all good. Like, I hope that shit worth it. So Ness, no, he can't go to no fights. And he got to stay in that protection that he's in. Plus, motherfucker hit me up, one of my homies, and shit, one of my zoos down West Palm County, they was like, bro, you fuck with that nigga. And it got me because I used to drop big cash on him. And then they told me about him and how he did the Medellin cartel. And I was like, oh, word? So, hell, you pop that nigga ass or beat him up or anything, you get paid double. Just letting y'all know. He in Las Vegas and he be in a damn bubble. He don't go to no fights and his security is real tight. But if you get him for the night, you get that price. It's up, Echelon. Go ahead, Frequent.
Yeah, so
don't forget that part though.
What you say?
I said that's up at Echelon. Don't forget that part.
Oh.
Don't talk about that dude no more.
Yeah, but the coach, what his name was, Coach Panda. Coach Panda, who's supposed to be the coach for Matias, was on there first. And
I thought he was Matias' coach.
No, he said he was Matias' coach. He said the guy Peter wasn't the manager. But this guy Panda, he was talking, and they got Bill on the line, so they both was on the air at the same time. And he was saying that the person to reach was somebody named Juan. Somebody named Juan who wasn't in the country, who had 3 nightclubs or whatever. I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but he basically he said that he didn't understand English, and because Bill Haney was saying that this guy Juan kept hanging up on him. He was like, y'all keep giving me all these different numbers of people to call, and I'm calling them. He said Ness was giving them the numbers to call or whatever, and he was calling all these people, and they saying this person, the wrong person, we'll call this person. So the coach said Juan is the right person. He's hanging up because he don't understand English. Well, he understand English, but he can't speak it back. He needs somebody to communicate it back, in English or whatnot. So he said, the guy Panda said he need me or his son to translate, And so to make a long story short, before they got off, the guy Juan, who was supposed to be the handler for Matias, called Panda, and he said, yeah, he just called me now. He said, when we get off, first he said like a week. He said, in a week, we're going to get with you. And Bill was like, a week? That's a long time. He said, you're talking about Sunday and it's Monday now. He was like, okay, he said he going to hang up on you if you be talking loud. I guess Bill was talking loud, and that's why he hung up. He was trying to say, he said he don't like loud talking. He don't like talking at the show. He said, when we hang up, we going to call you, and then we going to make it happen. So he wasn't talking about like he had no hand injury or nothing like that. So that's why I was wondering what they was talking about.
Okay,
about
so
the hand injury.
That sounds like a story of somebody boyfriend that stayed out all night and they come in with all this crazy stuff about why they wasn't answering their phone.
Both teams was on the line at the same time though.
The viewership done dropped since you've been telling that story, bro.
So look, this is what happened. No. Look, let me break because I like to break down timelines. This is what happened. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago, when Bill and Devin was asked about a Matias fight, they said there was no money on the table. Tio ends up sending an offer a few days later to Matias to start the negotiations. He wanted a February fight date. Matias said, no, he cannot fight. He responded to Tio, public record. You can just go look it up, saying that he has surgery for December. He cannot fight right now. He can't fight in February, but put it for March or April. Tio said, no, I want it in February. So those how those talks broke down. So then afterwards, now Bill is saying for Devin, and I like that fight. If he won it, go get it. I'm not dismissing that fight at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he does have a hand injury. That's documented. That's on proof. And so if we was to see a fight like that, we can be looking at that as something in the summertime. And, I'm just trying I'm trying to figure out, would that be after Sandor Martin, or does that fight make enough sense where they could pay Sandor Martin step aside money to get the Cibril Matias versus Dev fight? Because from my understanding, the WBC ordered Sandor Martin already for the winner of Devin and Prograis. And Sandor Martin has been the mandatory now for, I think, the past year. He's been sent back waiting. So I don't know if the WBC is going to continue to let Sandor Martin wait. That's all I'm saying. I want the fight.
One thing about that, Key, Sandor Martin has been waiting, and Sandor Martin was robbed against Fimo, right? Sandor Martin is a prolific fighter. The man only has 2 losses now. I think who did he lose to? Well, one thing about it, Sandor Martin has beaten great fighters. People who people think that he shouldn't have won against, he has beaten. The man, you can say what you want. It might have been right after Earl Spence, but Sandor Martin did outclass Mikey Garcia. I'm talking about he outclassed him. He outclassed him damn near as good as motherfucking Earl did. But people say, well, you know, Mikey, he was shot from the Earl Spence fight and everything. Okay, Lamont Peterson got destroyed by Earl, but he still had the boxing world thought to fight after that fight. You feel what I'm saying? Sandor Martin, he has 3 losses, right? He lost to Yidget by unanimous decision. But Yidget really didn't win that thing. And he also lost to Alexandra Lippi on points. Okay? But the man has went through. He beat Miguel Aguilar. He beat Ryan Peligro. He beat Jorge Mejia. And these are people I'm telling you he beat that are about some names. You feel me? He beat Sandro Hernandez, Joe Hughes, Nestor Marigua, Mikey Garcia, Jose Felix Jr., and then he lost to Teofimo, which I felt like he won against Teofimo. It was for the WBO International Super Lightweight title, right? The man won that fight. The man dropped Teofimo twice. Only got only got credit for 1. And then with 2 knockdowns, he still got a split decision against Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, Sandor Martin's the real deal. Then he just knocked out Arbeline Carba in the 6th round. So he said he's not leaving in the hands of the judges. He beat the shit out of him, Chop Shop. His next opponent, he drops him, knocks him out, sends him away. So you say what you want. This would be a big step up for Devin. I feel like he should get more credit for this than Regis, because Regis was just a walk forward punching buddy, while this man right here has all the skills and facet of a great fighter, a good fighter. I'm not going to throw great out. He's a good fighter. He's got everything and every tool that a boxer's supposed to have. You feel what I'm saying? So him and Devin would be a prolific show of talent. Now, Devin's going to be bigger. We know this. We know when you go in the ring with Devin Haney, you're going to give up a size disadvantage. But with that size disadvantage, you're also getting a power advantage and a speed advantage and a stamina advantage. So yeah, you're going to have that problem right there, but you get attributes too. So yeah, Devin may come in heavier, but he's also handicapping himself. That's what people got to understand. It's not like that he's getting some great advantage by doing this. No. He's handicapping himself. It's truly handicapping himself. So it's actually showing that he has to do a little bit more to get half the stuff that he wants done, because his body's going to have to work extremely a lot more to produce the same results of somebody that's naturally at that weight. So
you saying at 140?
At any weight that Devin is at, before he gets up to his ideal weight, which is around 147, 154, he's going to be at a slight disadvantage of people because he's got the advantage over weight. See, with him getting the weight and the size advantage over people, he's able to take more punishment, but his punch resistance is down. Like, you can take more cumulative punches, but you can get shot value punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, flash punches can hurt you, but punches over a long time, you can absorb it. You feel me? You got more places for you to absorb the pain, to absorb the punishment, to dissipate the pain throughout your body. Instead of it hitting and tenderizing your muscles, you be tenderizing the fat cells first. He has that right there. But after that, then it starts the pain. It starts the pain and the muscle work in the skeleton. But like I said, you know, it's peak weights. It's weights you want to get to. and it's a weight that as you get a little heavier, you become less efficient and more deficient. So it's up to a fighter to find out.
Damn.
Yeah, somebody was cutting on the thing to erase memories. But yeah, it's up to a fighter.
I heard that
from Men in Black.
Yeah, they trying to zap all the Tank fans, but it's time to you would now worship
the Mind Stone.
I see how they do it now. I see how they do it now. You would now worship Enos.
Hey,
yeah, that's how they do it right there.
I got a quick question, real quick. Would it be safe
I'm about to land it right now, and then y'all can do it. Just let me land it. But what I was saying is that's how people do, and that's what the thing is about the weight advantage. So yeah, a person may have a size and weight advantage, but what they give up to be bigger, they lose in speed, agility, and all that right there. So it's really a clear trade-off. The only thing is they can really take a lot more. So if they're fast and they're skillful already, then it's not as much they have to give up. It's just like milliseconds and millimeters and shit like that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Frequent. Go ahead and finish up your comment, and then we'll move it to the next. So go ahead, Frequent.
Yeah, I just jumped up here to fill y'all in on that. What happened on The Voice, whatever, the other show or whatever the channel. So I'm gonna jump back down. I gotta go do something anyway.
Before you jump down, bro.
What's up?
I know you're a math major and whatnot, but stop capping on your age, boy. We know you're only 28. I'm just kidding.
That man 50 something.
He said he's 50, so that boy was filling out the years like a calculator.
No, I ain't lying though. I'm over 50 now.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Well, you sound good, Frequent. I never seen you, but you sound good, brother.
See, you sound good, brother.
And
before I leave though, I want to ask you a question, Thomas.
Yo.
What's the difference? Ain't no difference between Hanos fans, Tank fans. We all just like our fighter and whatnot. You try to make it seem like Hanos clan is different from the Haneyites and Devin Haney fans. We all the same, man.
No. The Hanos don't fudge that is.
Hey, bro, we
don't try to break us down in the categories and whatnot.
Hey, look, we cutting in just due time. We ain't got time for that right there. We cutting in just due time.
All right, yeah. Let me jump off. He trying to divide and conquer.
No, not that. I like Haney. I root for the dude.
Yeah, we got root for all of them.
But hold on 1 second, Thomas. Shout out to Tom Aaron Muhammad with the 10-piece. For me, the buck stops when unnecessary lies keep recirculating and presented as facts. Once a lie is proven a lie, why carry it to another platform like it's going to become true? That's a good point, Aaron Muhammad. That's all we're saying. But some people are okay. Some people are okay with with people lying because they saying it's boosting up their son. So if you're going to boost up your son and tell a lie, then keep it going. But that just ruins the integrity for the sport for me. But go ahead.
See, that's why you get mad at me, because when I see that you done tried it on another page, don't try to bring that shit and push it on my shit right here. Like, I'm trying to chill my people. I'm not trying to hear this dumb shit that you've already tried. Like, it's like you disrespecting my intelligence because you just tried it and it didn't work.
All right, I'm gonna let 2 Cents ask her question. She was waiting to ask a question. She been cooking in the chat.
Oh, I was just saying, wouldn't it be more? I don't know what the word is. Wouldn't Haney be more marketable if we were saying he could outclass a lot of fighters versus keep trying to put knockouts on him? Because that's not his style. That's not what he does.
Yeah, but I think they baited him into that fight to just keep coming forward and try to get a knockout. And it worked because the man just followed his ass everywhere he went. And that little second step back thing was just clocking his ass every single time when he did it. I mean, it was a great fight. It was a great game plan. Haney just thoroughly dominated his ass all night long. And my man had no fight in him after a while. But I agree.
He just got outclassed.
Seriously,
he just was like, what are you doing?
Haney made him look pedestrian out there. Made him look like I could have got up in there and did better against Haney, to tell you the truth. And after a while, he didn't want to throw no more punches because he looked stupid out there. And every time he missed, or made a mistake, he got peppered. So I mean, you gotta shout him out for that. But the knockout stuff, like you said, that you don't need to build him with that. You build him with what he's great at doing, and he's great at doing a couple of things, and you work with that. People want to see fights, and like somebody, I think it was up pointed out, he didn't run. He did move a lot, but he did not run. He was there to hit him and to get hit. He just couldn't hit him. And he couldn't catch up to him. And you gotta credit Devin Haney for that. It was a fantastic fight by all accounts. That being said, I just want to say shout out to my main man, Ali Gifted Bully Kennels, Planet 619, and Cal Coolidge. I don't be seeing y'all in a minute. I've been off for a while myself. Also, from here on out, when Bill Haney do any type of interviews, they need to hook that nigga up to a stenographer so they can see that shit on cam that he be capping and lying. Because he ain't damn well ducked no $4 million payout. He ain't asked for no $4 million payout. That man can't even, I don't even think he ever made $1 million in this fight before. So why would he turn down the biggest money he can get? So, I mean, Bill, he funny. He good for publicity and promotion. He real good at that. And I mean, we got to take it as that. He's doing whatever he can do to further promote his son so his son can continue to get people interested in seeing his fight. And if he performed like he did Saturday night, people will believe in it. And there's some people up at 140 that he can have a real good fight with. So I'm just hoping to see it, man. And I since they did say Tank, the next fight Tank do have, no matter who it's against, he need to be up at that venue and then get in the ring and call him out if he really, really want to fight Tank. He said he'd do whatever it takes for the big fight. Well, that's the big fight. So hopefully they just not doing that lip service to generate them sales and move the needle a little bit more.
Already. Coach Amber, what you got, Queen? You've been quiet.
Oh, and another thing before she go, Coach Amber, we don't know who the hell Tank fighting. That's discouraging as hell. It's time for us to see a fight with him, and since Devin Haney available and he ain't got nothing, I say line it up so we can see what Hanos really got. That nigga gonna get a healthy dose of that Tank will take his ass to the nap, go to sleep, feel better in the moment. And I'm out.
Shout out to you, Thomas. Coach Amber.
I think Tank is a great fighter. I honestly do. I think Dev is a great fighter too. They're kind of like yin and yang, which is why it's so elusive. But that window might have passed unless one of them is able to concede, which I don't see that happening because of egos. And then, there's 5 to 7 year difference. Whatever. They're on different paths. At this point, they're on different paths. When we wanted it, we're not going to get it. But it's been less than 48 hours. I didn't start out liking Haney. I mean, he was always like a nice kid, very humble. Him and his dad, even though his dad, talks a lot of shit, but his dad actually, I get what they're saying when they talk about Bill that he's sneaky, because he reminds me of one of my cousins where he talk a lot of shit, but every now and then he'll surprise you and be telling you the truth. So yeah, I get why they're like, watch out for Bill, but I can separate the two. I don't know if we'll ever get it. I mean, that might be a legacy fight before they're both between, their twilight. But I mean, honestly, it's unnecessary anxiety. Like, there's no point in arguing with it. Like, go down your path, and if y'all meet in the middle, cool. If not, it's like a chick, the one that got away.
Already, I definitely agree. So this is what I want to say, because I sat back, I listened to everybody's comments, or rhetoric. I sat and read the comments. This is how I feel. Okay, I'm gonna be 105 with it. I'm gonna always say this. Okay, first of all, as it comes down to the Matias fight, the person that everybody is missing out the equation is Al Heyman. I'm gonna say it again. The person that everybody's missing out the equation when it comes to a Matias fight is Al Heyman. Nothing gets signed without him. That is PBC he's an advisor, and PBC is him, just like it is with Floyd. Okay. So I will believe the Matias chatter once it touches Al Heyman and he makes it official. So that's number one. I don't call people ducks loosely because, as Rachel has indicated on this platform several times, there's a lot of reasons that goes into why fighters don't fight. As far as Tank and Devin go, I want that fight. I stand on it. I want it. I feel as though it's been too much bloodshed. It's been too much upset. Okay.
I hold on 1 second. I just got kicked again. But I appreciate everybody for coming out. Peace and blessings. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Me and Kia will be back on tomorrow at the same time. Peace and blessings to all y'all. And yeah, Jay Grant, Tank versus Shakur, Frank Muratala, Zapata, who is 35-0, Loma. Any of those fights would be great for Tank. It's just gotta be somebody. It has to be a fight worth taking. But peace and blessings to all y'all. Because if he take anybody that's low level, or even Del Santos, I want to see him versus the Del Santos that had Shakur all over the ring. But peace and blessings to y'all all. Key's about to end the show out. She's finishing it up. But we appreciate everybody for coming out. We appreciate the super chats and everything. But here goes Key right here.
So basically what I was saying was, this is how I feel. This is my food for thought. I'm going to start ending this. I'm going to start ending my comments with this. My food for thought. Food for thought. Al Heyman. Okay? If anybody wanted to fight, it doesn't matter if you're the A side or the B side. If you want to fight, you can pick up the phone and call Al Heyman. The buck starts with Al Heyman. The bucks ends with Al Heyman. Okay? That's number one. Number two, if you're offering fighters, once I heard the $4 million comment, I knew that was false, because how are y'all talking about offering money to fighters, or whoever said it, whether it was Matias or Dev, or Bill? You can't talk about that with when you're not the networks that's putting it on. So every time I hear numbers being thrown out there, I'm like, man, I ain't really trying to hear it. It's whether you want to make the fight or not, because the networks own this channel, own these platforms, not the fighters. Okay, so all that 25%, 4 million, 10 million, 30 million, man, at the end of the day, it's what the lawyers say when the contracts are being signed. So that's fluff to me. And as somebody that deals in business, I can tell y'all that it's fluff. Okay. Number three, I want the Tank. I'm still standing on that. I still want the Tank and Devin fight. But if that ship sailed, then it sailed. Okay. I thought the ship had sailed when Devin had already lined up Regis before the Loma fight. I'm keeping it a buck, because he could have stayed and did all that. He offered Regis the fight. He could have offered Tank the fight. They could have called. Like, I see the how do I say? I see the BS in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Zena. If anytime they try to negotiate in the public, the fight is not happening. I agree. That's something that you leave behind closed doors. Like, if you're going to fight, then fight. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to fight, then fight. Set it up. All these call outs and everything. Okay, that's fine. Where the lawyers at? Where's management at? Where's Al Heyman? Nobody brings up Al Heyman. And Jay Grant, you could cover your face all you want to, but what I'm speaking is facts. And if you don't like anything that was said up here, the link will be dropped tomorrow. You can get up here, because you've been talking too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is welcome up here to voice their opinion. You don't have to hide in the comments, sir. So that's all I'm saying. If y'all really wanted these fights, man, if these people really wanted that, they could have called Al. Fourth, there are great fighters out there. David Benavidez, Canelo, Deontay Wilder, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. All of them are great fighters, right? But at the same time, one thing that separates one fighter from the rest is the constant BS propaganda and and narratives that are being pushed to downplay other fighters and their achievement, because I see the gameplay here, without even without even going into the right direction to even get a fight lined up. Devin Haney mentioned, Bill Haney mentioned Tank Davis' name when they asked him a question about Subriel Matias. And he went on that rampant and said Tank name 5 times like he was Candyman times 2, like he was Candyman 2.0. He dissed Floyd Mayweather's record. We didn't have callers coming up here trying to, or on other platforms trying to diss Ali's record. I've been listening to things about, Devin versus Boots and Devin 140 to 147. And it's all behind that goddamn, what Rick Tim say, that lying ass bill. Y'all said keep the same energy. Yes, there was nothing wrong with keeping the energy, Bullet Gibson King. It was nothing wrong with keeping the same energy. But at the same time, come on now. Like, we keeping the same energy. I'm not, listen, what's the saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, it ain't gonna get fooled again. We're not gonna get fooled again. Them folks is fooling y'all. I want Devin versus Matias just as much as I want Devin versus Tank. I don't care. John Norrie, salute. It's gonna be a long holiday season. Not for me.
That was the George Bush version. Right, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me once, shame on me. Well, no, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. Exactly. But I get it. That's the Texas version. Right. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Exactly. Like, y'all literally letting this man come out there and say that and not even checking it. Then on top of that, y'all are doubling down on it. Like, that's why I said you can't come over here with the narratives, because we're going to chop them down every time. Y'all go over there on them other paid channels. And let me say this to these channels. I am very, very disappointed that it has come down to such a media frenzy. But like Leonard Ellerby just said this morning, Tank ain't even announced his fight yet. And this man is trending on Twitter. This man is trending on Facebook. This man is trending on Instagram. Hell, even the Rise podcast, shout out to those kings, are trending. Tank Davis, TikTok is being lit up. I told y'all people would stop believing Tank. Y'all thought it was cool. Ain't nobody stop believing in nothing. Y'all are, let me get one thing straight here. YouTube boxing is a good 3,000 to 5,000 people. Okay? 3,000 to 5,000 people. For the past 11 fights, Tank has been getting $5 million per gate. Okay? With about 16 to 19,000 in attendance. You think that's going to change? Y'all really think that that's going to change? Bullet, he's not starving the fans. He's moving in silence like he been saying he was doing. Like, y'all literally just gave Tank an alley hoop. I hope y'all really realize that. Like, the man is getting paid by not saying anything, because y'all know he's paid by Twitter and everything else.
Hey, we'll finish this tomorrow. Peace and blessings to everybody. All they're going to do is keep pushing there. Go ahead and finish this off with them, Key. That's all they're trying to do, is keep you here for more, Key. Just finish it off with their asses. Because they're going to have you doing this all day, Key. They're going to have you doing it all day.
Okay. Well, shout out to y'all, man. God bless y'all. Cal Coolett, Bullet Gibson, Air Muhammad, Ali Gifted, Bully Kennels, Rick Timms, 2 Cents, Frequent Flyer, Calvin Ringo, Timothy Stoudemire. It's good to see you, King. Let's see. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Ping One, GT Parker, Chop Shop, Savage Killer, 2 Cents. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Coach Amber, thank you for coming up here. Thomas Hill, it was a pleasure to speak with you, King. Daryl McKinney, the super chats. Big Dog Willie came in heavy today. The Angry Mexican, thank you for the troll chat. We appreciate it. Cassandra, shout out to you, Queen. Cal Coolid, Aaron Muhammad. Thank you guys. All things as always. One of the day ones in the chat. Joe A. D1, who was you arguing with, King? I was trying to figure out who you were arguing with so I can get in the middle of it because no disrespect to D1 now. That's another one of the one of the 10 toes now. Don't do that one. Like I said, at the end of the day, when it come to people like, for me at least, when it come to Brian the King Falcon, shout out to you. Ray Davis, shout out to you. Thank you, King. When it come to people like Bullet, Frequent, people that pretty much disagree, even Timothy Stoudemire. But when it comes to people like Bullet and Frequent, like, we can disagree with them. I can disagree with them all day long, but that's family. You feel me? Like, that's family. Like, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the boxing fam right there. So we gonna agree to disagree all the time. Ali gifted Bully Kendall. Shout out to you. Expensive paper. Thank you so much. But yeah, Frequent, like, you know, for me, nah, it don't get that serious for me, because guess what? At the end of the day, none of these boxers is paying my bills. You feel me? The only one that I'm sad about is Boo Boo, and y'all know that. So shout out to y'all, man. I'm out. Upper getting upset. I know Upper like, come on, Key. So shout out to y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow. I'm out.
I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. I'm moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. LTN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got 'em all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding.